Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from us. So today I was going to talk about Otto's leg and what happened, because I'm pretty sure that's like the #1 question I've been getting lately is what happened to his leg? Is it broken? Is he okay? So very long story short, or I guess short story short, we don't know. So basically it happened over the weekend. It was really nice weather, so we decided to take all the kids outside and let them play in the backyard on the swings and stuff like that, get some energy out before bedtime. Plus, they're just so much better behaved when we take them outside, so it seemed like a win-win situation. So we were out, me and my husband, we were outside with them. They were playing on the swings. When we first got out there, Otto did immediately sit down and he would not get up. But he does have a history of not liking being outside, so we didn't think anything of it. Then we put them on the swings. They were playing on the swings. They went down the slide. And then Otto was walking around just fine. And then Colby's parents showed up, so then what we did was we let the kids play outside with their grandparents in the backyard while me and Colby went to clean up our garage. So we were out in the garage cleaning it up, and then my parents showed up. The kids were obviously tired, so we went ahead and brought them inside, and so we were all just inside. Otto was walking around just fine. He walked himself into the house and everything, and then they just played inside. He was climbing on the nuggets. He was running around the room. He was doing just fine. So nobody thought anything was wrong with him. And there was like a million of us here with eyes on him and nobody saw anything. Then it was bedtime. So Colby's parents left. My mom was still here. She noticed that, hey, Otto is suddenly limping out of nowhere. So then I walked over and I sat with him, and because I thought maybe he was just, maybe he stepped on something, you know, like stepped on a Lego or something and maybe it hurt for a minute. I know I step on those huge Lego blocks that they have all the time and those things hurt like crazy. Any other toys honestly hurt to step on. I know all you parents know that. But anyway, so we noticed he was limping at that point, so I kept working with him and he would not just put weight on that leg. It was his left leg. He would not put weight on it. So I sat there with him for a few minutes hoping that it was just something he stepped on again, that it just hurt for a few minutes. I kept feeling around on his foot. No touching of mine on his foot bothered him at all. I went all the way up his leg just trying to figure out where the pain was for him, and nothing bothered him. So again, I thought, okay, maybe he just stepped on something, maybe he's fine. But he continued to not walk on it, and then Colby came upstairs and he tried to get Otto to walk on it too, to see, hey, it has been a little bit, let's see if, you know, something's bothering him. And I felt around for splinters and stuff like that, but they had shoes on outside, so I don't know why he would have a splinter. But anyway, he wouldn't walk for Colby either. And then that's when Colby decided to take him downstairs in our basement and sit with him one-on-one without the other babies to see if maybe he could get him to walk on that leg or figure out what was wrong with his legs that was causing him to not want to put weight on it. And I think it was like another 15 minutes and he was continuing to not put any weight on that leg or walk on that leg. So that's when I decided to take him into urgent care. Like, we can't put him to bed if something's wrong with his leg and let him sleep on it, and, you know, it potentially get worse overnight in case something is like seriously wrong. We need to take him in now. So Colby stayed home with the babies, took him into urgent care. But the nurse comes in to see him and she's feeling around on his leg too, and again, nothing seems to be bothering him, but for her, he again would not put weight on that leg and he was limping, and like, so then the doctor came in and felt around on his leg too, and again, nothing was bothering him. So she took him in for an x-ray. They did the x-ray. Nothing shows up on the x-ray, nothing at all. They don't see anything. They went all the way up to his hip, his ankles, all the way down. Nothing showed up. So she came in and we tried to get him to walk again. At this point, I think it'd been like an hour and a half since we noticed the limping, and he still wasn't walking on it. So she told me, based on the fact that he hasn't been sick or anything within over a month, we had to treat it like a toddler fracture because sometimes they can be so thin that they just can't see them. So she put him in a splint, and then he was going to see ortho in a couple days when we can get him in, because at that point it was Saturday. We got him in at ortho to see ortho on Monday, so then they could have a better look and maybe try to figure out what it is. So they put him in a splint as a precautionary thing, because they had to treat it like a fracture just in case it was like a really thin fracture that they just couldn't see. We take him into ortho on Monday, take the splint off. Ortho, the doctor, she felt around his leg. He was really agitated with her messing with his leg at that point, but it also could have just been the fact that, hey, there's this stranger, you know, touching my leg, leave me alone. But his cry did seem different when she was messing with his leg to figure out what was wrong with it. She was just feeling all the way up and down his leg, all the way up to his hip. It just didn't seem like his normal, I'm irritated, don't touch me type cry. It seemed more like, hey, this really hurts cry. So then she also tried to get him to walk again, and he wasn't limping quite as bad as he was initially, but he was still limping, and most of his weight was on the other leg. So she decided, after looking at his x-rays and seeing him in person, that she was still going with that it's possibly a really thin fracture, not sure where, and that just for precautionary she was going to put a cast on him for 2 weeks to let it heal, and then in 2 weeks we'll reassess, see what's going on. So he got his cast on. He did really good. He just sat there completely still and let them put the cast on and was unbothered by it. We took him home. He seemed fine again, and he's been doing really well since he's been in the cast. It doesn't seem to be holding him back at all. He is a little bit fussier than usual, I think only because the cast is heavy and it's hard to get around. So we will see here soon. On the 19th, he's going in to get his cast taken off, and hopefully he's not still limping. Hopefully it was just like a really thin fracture, and it's healed up, you know, and he's fine and he doesn't need any further work, and nothing else is going on. I hear them waking up, so I'm gonna go get them. But yeah, like as far as we know, nothing happened. Maybe just a fall or something like that. They are really rough. They do climb everything, so it could have just been climbing the furniture in the house. Hopefully it's fine though, and we will see. So I'm gonna go get them up. Hey, no. Hi, Otto. You can do it, Otto.
Okay, I'm turning on bed quiet. That's what I feel. Simon?
Hello. Come on. Come on. Go do it again. Whoa. So yeah, as you guys can see, Otto is getting around just as well as usual. He is in a walking boot, so he is able to walk as much as he can. We do try to keep him sitting as much as possible. Like I try to promote them playing with the blocks, so he's able to sit, and then we take them on walks in the afternoon, so he's not on the leg as much as possible, but in the meantime he's doing really well and he's getting around and he's happy. So I will keep you guys updated. So bye for now.